Well, hello. Finally it worked. Hey, friends. I do apologize for being late, but my phone was being crazy, and now I am backwards. I did not flip the screen because I kept trying to connect and kept telling me broadcast not available, and I'm like, why? And it says check internet connection, and my connection has always been good. I didn't have no internet loss. I don't know. I apologize for the delay, but here we are. I hope that you hung out and tried to reconnect with me. I know, that's just crazy to me. But anyway, here we are. Technology is just wonderful. Don't know why that happened. But we are gonna keep going as far as we can go and keep doing as long as we can. Again, I've got my phone towards me, so you're going to see things backwards. You won't be able to read things, so I do apologize. But I had it the other way, and I kept trying, and it would not connect. So I flipped it and tried to connect again, and it kept saying no, no, no. But I finally got it to connect. We are going to use this little thing. I don't know, vessel. I'm not sure what to call it. You guys let me know what you would call this. This is from the dollar store, and let me turn you down so you can see. It measures, and I got it a while ago, but I think they have them back again. This is 10.5 inches long at the top and about 4 inches tall. Okay, let me see. I want to make sure that we are good. This is how it came. I put bonding boss on there because I wanted it to adhere to paint, and I want the paint to adhere to it. Sorry, folks, this really threw me for a loop. Hey, Sherry, did you have problems getting on? I had a heck of a time trying to go live. It wouldn't let me. I've got something planned. So I'm just going to take this bonding boss from Dixie Belle and put over top to, like I said, I've already done the inside and the bottom and everything else. I just wanted to show you what I do. I just take it and apply it over top. It will create a little bit of a tooth for the paint to adhere to. So I wanted to make sure that nothing would, fall off, since it is a, and I've done the inside too, since this is a slick surface. And this stuff has a little scent to it, so if you are allergic, you might want to, not today, okay, good. You might want to wear a mask, face mask, because it does have a little bit of a smell. Put that out of the way. Oh man, I should have kept it out. Let me grab this back because we might need this again later. I'm going to dry that real quick. I'm a little discombobulated now. We're going to be working on several different things. And we're going to create a cute little garden tub. You can drill holes into it and put like a little jute rope through it. I am not going to do that right now. I mean, I would call this a little tub. So I am just going to let that live over here for just a moment so it can dry. Can you see good enough? Okay. I have printables, and I am so sorry that these are backwards to you guys. That I printed out from my friend and business coach, Miss Summer Hammonds at Hammond's Nest. And she has them in several different collections, different color styles. See how they are all different. And I used the color ones. So we're going to be using these two. And this evening's design, I got inspired by Andrea with the cutest little thing. And we are going to make little sacks or little holders for the seeds for our carrots and such. And I've already glued this one together and left the top open. And I forgot to turn my glue gun on, so let's work with this one and I'll show you how to do that. This is a drop cloth that I got from, I want to say Lowe's a while back. I've had it for a while. So I glued all the sides together, and I will show you that here in just a moment on the other one. Then we are going to take our Mod Podge, just regular Mod Podge. I'm not using anything special. I'm not using any craft Mod Podge. Just regular Mod Podge. I'll get my Mod Podge brush out. I'm using this one tonight. And I'm going to get my little, lay my packet on here. And I am going to do the, let me turn you down a little bit more and see if you can see better. I am going to go straight on the back. And the reason why I have it laying on here so I can go all the way to the edges. That way this will be completely adhering. It is a little, I don't want to say difficult, but I've had a couple of edges not adhere well. So take your time. Get you a small brush that you can go under the printable. And again, the printable is from Hammond's Nest. She has a group oh my goodness, I can't think of the name of the group right now. What is wrong with me? Creative Nest Sisters, I believe, is her group. She also has a business group, so I am both of her groups. Make sure I got this the right way. So we're going to lay this on here, sort of kind of in the middle. And I am smoothing it out from the middle out. Carefully so I won't rip the fabric. Hey, Miss Bonnie. Sorry for being on late, ladies, but I had technical difficulties, major technical difficulties. And now you can go to the edges and see if there's anywhere, like right here, it didn't stick. So I'm just going to take my brush and put a little bit more on. And I'll just go around and see if there's any other spots right here. And this brush is really thin and small, so I can really nicely get under it. And again, this inspiration came from Andrea at the Cutest Little Thing. She is also a North Carolina gal. And if you have not had a chance to check her out, please do so. Now, if we want to dirty this up and make it rustic looking, we can take our wax. If you do it before you put the Mod Podge on to seal it, you can put a little bit on here on the edges of your printable. If you wait, then it will not show up as good because you have sealed it with the Mod Podge. And I am just going and adding dirt, so to speak, to it. I'm just dirtying this up, making it look like it's been around, like this is an old sack with some dirt and grime on it that's been laying in the barn or in our potting shed for a while. So we're just going to dirty this up, dirty up the fabric around it, and I will show you the back side. I will do the back side. I'm just doing the front right now since we had a late start. How is everybody doing this evening? Now I'm just going to go ahead and seal that top. Because we want to seal it in so that it will not get torn. It also helps it to adhere to the fabric a little bit better. And who in here has peeked at the bundle, at the patriotic bundle? I had it linked, but since I couldn't go live, since I had technical difficulties, it is not linked anymore. I will go back and I will link it, or you can go to my regular post and get the link there. If you have not looked, there is some fun patriotic designs that came out with the new collection. And see, we just added, you see the Mod Podge, and this is matte Mod Podge, just regular matte Mod Podge. No dishwasher safe, no fabric, just regular plain old Mod Podge. Hello, Arlene. How are you? Welcome. Welcome to the Whimsy Bunch. I hope the ladies will welcome you in. Yeah, I can't wait to get my patriotic bundle to be able to create with it. All right, and here we have this one, and we will fill it here in a moment. My hot glue is ready now. I'm going to show you how I glued this. I left a little bit of room at the edge because I want to be able to fray this. So I am coming in maybe, I don't know, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Not so good with measurements. And I just press it down. And I go all the way around on all 3 sides. Because we don't want to do the top. And I stop right before I get to the edge. I stopped right there. Flip that over and press it in. Because I don't want a big bead, so I'm pushing it down so it will lay flat. And we will fill these here in just a moment. So this is sealed on all 4 sides. Got a little seat pocket now. And same thing, we are going to add our, and you see the difference? See the difference in the two? This is without doing anything to it, and this is with grunging it up and making it a little bit dirty. And that's what I want. I want it a little bit dirty. So I'm going to get my little piece back out, take my Mod Podge, and apply a good healthy coat of Mod Podge, especially on the edges to make sure. My first one, I did not get enough on the edges, so I had to keep going back over and making sure that they were adhered well. And that's why I'm using such a small brush, so that I can go under it really well. Have you guys picked out a favorite on your on the patriotic designs? Oh my gosh. I was with Tammy. I wasn't too fond of that little eagle, but the way she done it, she gave me some ideas, and if you haven't seen it, go check out her page. Cheers to creativity. I like the way she created it. I'm going to put this is just Teflon sheet. I'm just going to put this up so that I can clean that up later. Spread it out from the inside to the outside. And this is just printer paper, just regular printer paper. And I've got an inkjet, so I just printed it on regular printer paper, inkjet printer. So if I put anything over top, it will bleed. And I'm going to do this one without adding the brown to it and let you see what that difference looks like. Please comment, say hi, introduce yourselves if we have new guests on, and give them a good big whimsy bunch welcome. I'm so glad you are here. I'm so excited about creating this tonight. And I'm just going to look and make sure that I've got the edges done really well. And I think we are good. We'll put that in water already. Remember to comment, to thumbs up, heart, all the good stuff. That's how Facebook rates your creators, how their interactions are. So please interact. Let me know what you're crafting, what you're working on. How was your weekend? You don't see any comments but yours? I see Bonnie said hello, and that's all I see. I don't see anything else. And I don't even know if Miss Bonnie is still on. I saw the hearts. Like I said, I am not sure what is going on, but something is going on. And this is dry, so now I'm going to fray the edges. I want it to look like it has been through the ringer. It has been around. It needs to be used. And that's why I left room on the top and the sides and the bottom when I glued this, so that I could pull the strings. And it's possible that everybody else had problems like me with the internet. I'm not sure. I had full strength signal. I even checked the box We've got an extender up here, so there was no reason on why I had issues, so I'm not sure. And I will stay in the back too. You're still there? Good. I don't know. It's just strange. If I would have had coffee stain, I would have done that. I even would have put coffee grounds on here, but I did not get to the store to get coffee grounds to make this grungy. So that's what this looks like now. We will stuff that here in a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of brown to this. I like it better with the brown. If you don't have to do it. Hello, Ginger, my friends. How are you, my dear? How is your weather? Are you enjoying beautiful, warm, almost summer-like weather? And I am just going from the print out, or from the printable, and I'm just pushing it out, and some of it gets little globs and some of it don't, but that's the beauty of it, because I push a little bit harder in some places and it just gives me a little bit of extra dirt on here. And that's what I want. I just want it to look grungy and dirty. If you don't like it, don't do this. You can use different fabric and make it look prettier. You can use muslin. I mean, there is endless possibilities of what you can use. So don't get hung up on using this. Oh, I understand that. Most definitely. I've ordered mine. It is in the mail. That is the good thing. They're available. They're shipping them right out. And ladies, I am going to be a featured guest on Sunday in the Stencil Soul Sisters group. So hop over there on Sunday. My slot is at 3 Central. But come hang out, watch the other amazing Stencil Sisters. I can't wait to get the patriotic bundle. I love patriotic crafting, creating. Trying to get a little bit more on the back side here. You know, when you want things to fray, it doesn't fray. And when you don't want it to fray, it unravels. Isn't that like how that goes? The stencil I'm going to be using tonight is not available anymore. Okay, we're going to fill these real quick and then we're going to close them up. I'm filling them with rice. You can fill them with beans. You can fill them with polyfill. Any of those options are great options. The rice just kind of makes it feel like there's actual seeds in here. And I'm just going to put low scoop. We don't need much. See, this is plenty in here to make it look like it is a seed packet, because seed packets are not stuffed full. And you can use stencils from Essential Stencil to print your designs. They have flower stencils and garden stencils that you can use. So that is an option as well. Oh, thank you, Sherry. You finished your tote bag? Awesome. I admire you for doing resin. I've tried. Resin is just not my cup of tea. It is gorgeous. I love it. I wish I could. But we all have our, whoa. Hold on, folks. I had a big old glob of glue come out. I didn't need that much glue to seal this up. Woo! Obviously, I can't glue and talk at the same time. And again, I will dirty up the other side. But there's our little seed packet. Did you guys see what I just did? The rice is supposed to be in the seed packet and not on the table, ladies. Oh, my word. Hey, never a dull moment, right? This is entertaining, ladies. That's what I'm telling you. Hey. Leave it up to me. Crazy, crazy, crazy woman. That's what happens when you are trying to rush because you feel like you are behind and you don't really need to rush. And one of the reasons why I decided to use rice, it is inexpensive, it is easy accessible, and like I said, it feels like seeds in here. Just make sure it doesn't get moist or it will expand. Yeah, let's seal this up real quick before I spill this again. Make sure you seal it good, because otherwise your rice is going to escape. We don't want your rice to escape. There we go. We got our seed packets done. And I've already made 2 before you guys came here. There's our other 2. Got a flower and a mater. Let's lay our seed packets to the side and use the stencils real quick. This is the garden veggie labels. They are not available anymore. I looked, I couldn't find them. So, popsicle sticks from Walmart. And guess what? We're going to write tomato, corn, and what was the other one? Corn, carrots on the popsicle sticks. And only the words will fit. The little frame does not fit on here. But that is okay. I am going to use this olive wood from Dixie Belle for this. Unless I want it to be old looking, And we will age out our stick as well. I'm just trying to make it to where it looks halfway straight on here because I cannot really tape it. I don't have to worry about the top and bottom line. I only have to worry about the beginning and the end. I guess I could have used a dome brush from Essential Stencil. Oh, that looks good. And we got tomatoes, and I'm sorry that it is backwards. And we're gonna need corn. I am trying to line this up, so bear with me just a second, folks. And make sure that you offload, 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 offload. Because we don't need too much paint on our brush. Because if we have too much paint, it will bleed. Very little paint. I use all kinds of paints. My normal go-to is acrylic paint from Decor, but I also use metallic, and I use Dixie Belle. I just started using Dixie Belle. And there's carrots. And they are not all the same height. I've put them on here in different heights, which is okay. Oh, that was way too much. I loaded my brush, and I'm offloading, and I have way too much paint on my brush. So I'm going to offload really well over here on the side and very lightly go over my word. Normally tape is your friend to tape this on. I'm holding it really well with my hand so it will not fall off, shift, or move. And here we have carrots. I'm going to go ahead and close this back up for right now. And that'll be our markers we will stick in. I'm going to go ahead and do the Waverly Antiquing glaze on here real quick. I'm just going to use an older brush from Essential Stencil. I just poured out a little bit on my plate. Might have to use just the white. Go wipe it back a little bit over our word. It's a little hard to see, but we can stencil over it if we need to. It might be easier to just go like this. Just want to dirty it up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and do both sides. And we're going to use cracked gesso and milk paint on the tub, on that little tub. I've got to get me some more of the Waverly wax. I'm almost out. You can put it on as heavy or as light as you want to. A little bit more and then we will be done. See how much I put on, but then if you go over it with the clean side of your wipe, and this is just a regular Clorox wipe, you can wipe it back. Close this up. Put that to the side, and I'm going to dry these real quick. I'm going to have to go back over the word carrots because you can hardly see it. If we run out of time, I will do it offline, because you can see the word tomato. It's just carrots got really light, and then corn. Put these to the side to dry over here. Hide them. I am going to mix a little bit of, let's see what color do I want to put in it first. This is cracked gesso from Amy Howard. Never tried it before. First time experimenting, so bear with me. We are trying this out. I don't have a water bottle, so I'm going to use water out of here. That is water. I just didn't have a chance to get a water bottle. I'm going to go for a popsicle stick so that I can mix this. I said I've never worked with this, so we'll see what happens. We will use 2 different milk paints. And this is supposed to help it chip and flake, and then you can manipulate it and make it look old. So let's see. I am going to use a chip brush. And we'll see what happens. See what we get, right? See how it has little chunks still in there? And I am purposefully just tapping it on. If we see the words, good. If we don't see the words, I'm okay with that too. I will do the bottom. This is meant for wood. I thought I'd try it out and see what it does on here. You will never know what happens if you don't try and experiment. Are you ladies still there? I haven't seen any new comments. Whoa. It jumped out of my little pot. I put it in that extra pot on purpose so that it will not. And it would be a little bit sturdier. I can talk, I promise. I really can. You're still there? Good. How is your puppies doing, Miss Bonnie? They doing good? And how did your infusion and everything go? Everything good with you? Still keep thinking about that amazing restaurant. You know, while I'm here, I am going to go ahead and do the underside real quick while I have enough of this product left. The underside does not have to be that perfect, as long as it has a little something something. I just like my pieces to be finished. And on the Essential Stencil, they will come out with a transfer bundle. They just weren't able to get it combined with the stencils. Something happened at factory, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but it is coming, so stay tuned. All right, so we got that done, and we used that 1 teaspoon, and that's all we needed. Kidneys are doing great. Awesome. That is so weird. They're doing great. Good. I always think about you on Mondays especially. I am just speeding this up and drying this real quick. I know you can't see me drying it. But that's all I'm doing, is just trying to dry it. And see how it is, like chunky looking. I am most likely going to do the inside as well. But I'm probably just going to paint the inside. And of course, this is supposed to dry for a very long time. We don't have time for it to dry. What? You haven't been back? I've been thinking about it. I want to come back so bad. Oh, that was so good. I'm telling you, if we ever come out that way again, you better believe it. I'll be calling you up. Let's meet. Let's eat. Now be careful, metal does get hot. Don't burn yourself. And if this does not turn out as good as we hoped for, then it is probably because I am rushing it. So don't discount the product. It is probably because we are rushing it. All right, let that sit for a minute. And that's what we have right now. And the milk paint I'm going to use, I wanted a rusty look, so I am using cherry pie. And this is from Sweet Pickins, and this one is truffle. I'm going to use truffle first, and I'm going to use cherry pie. And I got that from Andrea at the Cutest Little Thing. So if you're interested in milk paint, and people ask what's different of milk paint is literally unpredictable. It naturally flakes, and it has I don't really think I need that much, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It's just naturally chippy looking. It will flake off and give you that really old look. I know I want to meet again. That's what I said. I want to go. I want to go again. Maybe we can come up with the reason why. It's just a long drive. And I mean, it was a lot for hubby, but he done really, really good. Yeah, he done really, really good. And milk paint is all natural. Just going to use that same stir stick. There is no need in dirtying up another one. I'm going to do this one first, and then we'll do that one. You can make it thicker if you want to. or you can make it thinner. The ratio is 1:1. So if you use 1 teaspoon, then you use 1 teaspoon of milk paint or powder and 1 teaspoon of water. Right now, this is my consistency. And I am just going to rock with this brush and just use that same brush. This is not completely dry, but I'm okay with that because I got to get going. Oop, it is a little bit too thick. So we'll just add a little bit of water. I'd rather have it too thick and need to add water than having to continue to add powder. So just add a little bit of water at a time. Like I said, both of these products are new to me. So this is my first time using these. I'm going to have to make it a little bit more because I want to be able to paint it on. You can make it thick to have it so that you can just cake it on, but I want to be able to paint it on. I'm just adding a little bit of water to my brush. There we go. And see how it's giving it that, I don't know, that terracotta pottery vessel look. That's what I wanted. That's what I'm after. Like it's been around. Hello, Miss Melissa. Yes, hubby is a hoot, isn't he? Miss Bonnie had the pleasure when I went to Louisiana for the creative revival retreat to meet my husband, bless her heart, and she survived. He is a mess, that man. Miss Melissa, I am using milk paint for the first time, and I used cracked gesso underneath, so I am experimenting with new things. I told the ladies I've had technical difficulties. I could not get on my live. It kept telling me that I had internet connection, broadcast couldn't be done, and I'm like, oh my word, what is going on? So I am going to be running a little bit later than 7:30 tonight just because I came on late. And this color was truffle in the milk paint from Sweet Pickens, which I got from Miss Andrea at The Cutest Little Thing. She is amazing. Okay, I am going to go ahead and do the bottom as well. I can't get my hand in here because I've got just enough left to do the bottom. I like to finish my pieces, so let's see if I can hold on to it better in here. The milk paint is a natural made paint. And it will continue to chip unless you seal it. I am going to use wax from Amy Howard to seal it. All right, let's dry this. And the chipping will happen when you dry the milk paint. It will peel off. I just wish I could. Let's see if I'll move this over here so I won't knock that over. And then we're going to add the other color over top, and both of these will peel. Or crackle. They will chippy up. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Let me see if I can hold it up. You see that crackling happening? It is crackling very nicely. I hope you guys are able to see that. Another planter box cleaner. Aren't they beautiful? They are so much fun. Did you make that one yourself? Or did you buy it? And remember, metal gets hot, so be very careful when you do this. Yeah, I loved your planter. That was really pretty. Let's see. Everything is fairly dry. You got it from Hobby Lobby? I thought you might have. I wasn't sure. I should sand it a little bit, but I am going to sand after we got all the layers on. And see, we don't have nothing left. I mean, there was a little bit in there, but nothing major. All right, let's do this one, and we know we need more water. Stir it up, and you can mix milk paint too. You can do 2 different colors to achieve a new tone, a different color or dull it down. Like I could add lighter color in here and make it lighter. Look at this nice rustic color. They're in the spring section. I'm gonna have to check that out because I really like that. Gosh, this color is gorgeous. Look at that. Those planters will be pretty for patriotic too. All right, I gotta add more water. I'm just gonna go straight in here. And this is just regular well water. I was gonna use bottled water, but I forgot to bring it up. out of the shed. And we didn't have any left in the fridge, so I just used regular water. I know I'm gonna have too much paint, but it's okay. I'd rather have a little too much than not enough. Trying to make this one a little bit thinner. And the longer it sits, the thicker it will get. So let's see how thick this coat is. Look at my bristles. Oh, that's funny. I really like this look. This is pretty cool. And it is better applied thin than thick like I have it. Right here, that was a boo-boo on my part. So don't do as I did. Don't make it so thick. When I first tried it out. Like I said, this is a learning curve for me. So I'm experimenting so you guys know how to do it. And if it gets too thick, just add some more water to it. Because the thicker it is, the longer it'll take to dry. I'm going to add a little bit more water in here. I love the color though. That is one of my favorite rust colors. I gotta admit that. That is pretty cool. Christmas will be amazing too. I think you cannot go wrong with those planters for any season. In the fall, to do sunflowers. Oh my Lord, that'll be pretty. Do this edge a little bit more. And a little bit up here. Once that is done, I am going to add some more on the top. Yes, I really love this color. Let's see what we can get happening. And again, you should give it the proper time to dry and all the good things. We don't have time for that. And you know, you can see that they were words on here, but you can't read them. And I love that it's like one of those old crates that you're like, oh man, what did it say? It has something on there. And you're trying to figure out what it used to say. I need a little bit more right here. See, that's the good thing. If you have a spot that you think you need some more, just grab your brush and add some more paint. But now this vessel does not look like a galvanized little bucket no more. Before I apply the wax, I am going to let it cure. And like I said, we're trying to speed this up, and it, you know, you don't want to rush it. You want to make sure that it is completely dry. And I will go around the edge up here and add paint. And I just added Dixie Belle to the inside. I have not added any paint to it whatsoever. So this is what we have right now. See, it looks like you can read some. There's something on there, but you can't really tell what it is. I love the way that looks. I am going to re-stencil. I know we don't have enough time, but I will show you what else I was going to do. I'm going to re-stencil carrot on here real quick. Just trying to line this back up. I had it lined up until I moved it. Yeah, I wish we would have had a little bit more time, because I wanted to do a couple of more things. Now, no, this is not completely dry yet. Instead of putting styrofoam in here, yes, so many possibilities. I'm not going to use a piece of brown paper. That way it is interchangeable, and with this color I can use it for patriotic. I'm going to use this side as my front for right now. We've made our cute little packets. We got corn. tomatoes is backwards. And I am going to turn this my way for a little bit so that I can see what I'm doing. And I am going to come back and do them probably in a different color. Let's see, corn is over here, tomatoes is here. I've got to turn it. I'm sorry. I've got to be able to see what I'm doing here. I was going to paint these and distress them and make them look all old and, you know, used. But I didn't get around to it. So I'm sorry, folks. Don't be upset with me. It was the internet. I am going to add some moss in there for our little bird. And I am going to piddle with these a little bit more. And then we got the other one that can sit in the front. And these came from the Dollar Tree. They're just plain old gloves. If you have some pretty ones, they didn't have any nice ones, so I just grabbed what they had. You can lay that on the front. This I am going to grunge up and make old looking just like this. And you can stick it in here or lay it in here. Like I said, you have your flower one up to the front. So you have your little, cute little vignette. And just imagine these pots being, and I've got a third one that, you know, I would sit in the front, that they're all aged out, and then we got our little bird sitting in there. And that's just a little watering can that I had, a little metal watering can that came just like that. But that's how you can just make this age. I am going to make this browner. I am going to put some tan words on there. And then there's our little bucket, our little tub. What you guys think? I think that turned out really good. And those words from Essential Stencil, those garden words, came in really handy. And then this is our little seed packets. And you could even set a seed packet in here. Look at that. Like that. And just display it. I was going to get the little rake and shovel that you use for house plants. You can stick that in here. Like I said, that was my plan, but that didn't work out today. That is no problem, Danette. Watch the replay. I've had problems getting on, so I came on late, and it was just technical difficulties. But look at all this rusticness on here. And again, I will sit that bird in here on some moss. I am going to redo the popsicle sticks. I will age the flower pots. But is that just not the cutest little thing? And again, everything can be taken out and you can do it for a different season. So I use brown paper so that I can repurpose it. And then you can sit that little guy in the front. I just think I just love it. And then if you have some prettier gloves to lay with it, you could just lay your gloves with it. Let me see if I can put that down to where you can see it like that. This will sit like this, and then you have your gloves laying there. I just think that will be so pretty. All right, let's read our little blessing. And the bird came from Factory Direct. And then I will let you go. You are so welcome. The original idea came from Andrea at the Cutest Little Thing. That is her page. And you can do this with any vessel. And I just experimented with some cracked gesso, with some milk paint, and just played around. The printables came from Hammond's Nest from summer. Of course, the stencils on here from Essential Stencil. This and the pots came from the Dollar Tree. So, readily available things. The popsicle sticks came from Walmart. All right. Ephesians 2:10. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand. We are creative. We are created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand. If you have been following our Soul-Filled Saturdays, we were just talking about that. We were just talking about what I've posted even today about being enough and being chosen. We were created in Christ Jesus. We are his workmanship. He is our creator, and we are creatives. The world needs who you were made to be. Ms. Bonnie, is that not what we've been talking about this whole time, Sherry, in our Soul-Filled Saturday? The world needs who we were made to be. The Lord created you for a purpose. Ephesians 2:10. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand. We are enough. We are worthy, and we have value. And he created us with a purpose to share that with others. Be creative. Let your creative juices flow. Be inspired. Try something. Change this out. Make it patriotic. I might get another one and do a patriotic spin on it. So just trust the Lord in your work, in your walk with him. Guys, be blessed. Have a fantastic evening, and hop over to Essential Stencil and see what Amanda is doing. Sure, she's going to use the new patriotic stencils. Be blessed.